All right, everybody, welcome to day 228 of the Daily Stoic. Here's the quote for the day, all right? Just as the nature of rational things has given to each person their rational powers, so it has also gives us this power. Just as nature turns to its own purpose any obstacle or any opposition, sets its place in the destined order, and co-opts it, so every rational person can convert any obstacle into the raw materials for their own purpose. Marcus Aurelius. So I've been pondering this today, and what kept coming back to me on this was the fact that a lot of times we think that we have disadvantages in life, or that we have disadvantages as a person, but that sometimes those can actually be our superpowers. Those can actually be skills that a lot of people may not think they would be a skill. Maybe a lot of people count you out because of X, Y, or Z, but in reality, they give you an edge that other people don't have. Let's take, for instance, basketball players who are small, right? They may be small and they may not be able to dunk the ball, but the skills that they have is that they're closer to the ground, that they're quicker, they're faster, those types of things. And so instead of looking at it as a disadvantage, they can look at that as an advantage, right? And so really what I think this quote is saying to us is when we look at things and we see them as a disadvantage, maybe we should look a little bit harder at them. Maybe we should look a little bit closer at those things that we consider to be a disadvantage and see if maybe, in fact, they're not a disadvantage. They are an advantage. Or is there a way that we can start looking at our disadvantages as advantages and using them in a positive way in our life? So when we come upon obstacles and things like that in life, is it really an obstacle, or is it just the way we perceive it? Or is it the way we're looking at it? Same thing with disadvantages. When we perceive disadvantages in ourselves, are they really disadvantages? Or is that just the way we perceive it? So I want to leave you with a quick little exercise. I want you guys to try something. I want you to get a piece of paper, and I want you to write down 3 things that you feel are disadvantages that you have. And then I want you to carry that piece of paper around with you for the next week. And every now and then pull it out and read about those disadvantages. Read those disadvantages that you listed on the piece of paper and see if over the next week, if you can't find a way to use that disadvantage to a positive in your own life. I'd love to hear what happens after a week of just doing that. I hope that you'll do that little challenge, that you'll leave some thoughts and comments and what happens to you over that week down below in the comment section so that you and I can have a conversation about it, all right? So until tomorrow, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and let's strive harder each and every day to take these great lessons that we're learning from the Stoics and implementing them in our lives.